Instant match reaction, Everton 0, Manchester City 2 at Goodison Park. Everton are out of the FA Cup after Manchester City turn up at Goodison and beat us in the quarter-final stage. Look, very disheartening, very upsetting, very frustrating, but no annoyance tonight. Look, I think Everton performed absolutely fantastically for 75, 80 minutes of that game. I think João Virginia was absolutely unbelievable. He made some fantastic saves. He done everything he had to do really well. He even made an excellent save for the first Manchester City goal to tip it onto the bar. It's just that the rebound is kind to Ilkay Gundogan. And, you know, like I said, he was just absolutely outstanding today. Come in, there was a lot of pressure on him, there was a lot of talk before the game, but he didn't put a foot wrong. The defence, like I said, for 80 plus minutes, Ben Godfrey was unbelievable. Yerry Mina, very solid. Mason Holgate, Luca Dean, Seamus Coleman, all having, you know, decent games. Andre Gomez in the first half in the midfield was absolutely exceptional. Alan was doing everything that he needed to do really well. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison were working really hard up front, as well as Gylfi Sigurdsson, who was, you know, probably frustrating for him because he wasn't able to get forward an awful lot. But defensively, he didn't really put a foot wrong. And I suppose that's the frustrating element to this game. You know, if they turned up and been absolutely dreadful and gotten beat 5-0, I'd be able to sit here and do a rant and, you know, talk passionately about how you know, we didn't bother turning up and we didn't give it our all. But I think the game plan was brilliant by Carlo Ancelotti, and it worked for, you know, pretty much 80 minutes until they got their first goal. The game plan worked at an absolute treat. We defended really well. Manchester City were getting frustrated, more and more frustrated. They turned it on in the first half, couldn't get through us. They turned it on right at the start of the second half, couldn't get through us. And, you know, you'd often question then, are we going to be able to hold out and maybe get them on the counter-attack, or maybe take it to extra time and freshen the legs up a little bit? And, you know, it wasn't to be. Like I said, the first half, I thought we were actually creating going forward as well. There wasn't many clear-cut opportunities, but you could see that we were threatening Manchester City. We were playing some nice 1-2s together. We were getting in good areas. We were winning corners. We were having shots that were going just wide. We were forcing them into making defensive errors. And you were sort of thinking, right, if we can keep this up in the second half and keep the defensive, you know, sort of efficiency and work rate well. I thought it was a really disciplined performance and concentrated performance by Everton, like I said, until that final 5 or 10 minutes. But the longer the second half went on, you started to see the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin tired, and you're seeing the likes of Richarlison tired, and the opportunities that they had. You know, Dom sort of, you could see that, you know, he just lost that little bit of pace. You think probably lost that little bit of energy. Richarlison just again was rushing a couple of decisions, and I think from that point on it was going to be a case of trying to see it out till extra time and then get that little bit of a rest and maybe freshen it up a little bit. And, you know, it's heartbreaking to concede in whatever it was, the 85th, 86th minute like that, because again, you know, Kevin De Bruyne has come on at this time, Riyad Mahrez has come on, and ultimately that's the difference. Can we really be that disheartened? Seeing a tweet before, it was like, oh, I don't know if I'd rather turn up, go face to face and get battered 6-0 or lose 1-0 defending. And for me, it's a no-brainer. The way in which we played today was very, very good, and the style and the tactics for me were absolutely spot on. We were just outdone by the fact that they can bring on so much quality from their bench, and there was probably a little bit of a lapse in concentration to allow Ilkay Gundogan to just run onto that rebound off the bar. And ultimately, that's lost us the game. But we frustrated Manchester City for the majority of it. We were in it for the majority of it. We were getting forward ourselves, certainly in that first half. And like I said, when you come up against a team who can just bring on likes of Riyad Mahrez and Kevin De Bruyne and not even really see a drop-off in quality when those players aren't on the pitch in the first place, it just shows the difference maker. And look, you know, I think we were much better today than we were in the Premier League game against them. Is it still is it still disappointing? Am I happy? Absolutely not. I'm not happy, but I'm proud of that Everton performance today. I'd say I think the lads have gone out and done themselves, you know, a proud job there. Obviously, you know, we lost in the end, and look, it's another year without a trophy. It's another year where we have to wait for that elusive or, you know, for that dream of a win for the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, whatever it may be. I'd rather, you know, put a performance in like that and actually show effort and show passion. I mean, you look at João Virginia, Yerry Mina, Ben Godfrey, Alan, you know, even the likes of Gomez, Sigurdsson, Coleman. You can't really put a foot wrong for anybody today. Yes, you could probably pick holes in the first goal and who should be marking, you know, Ilkay Gundogan in the middle, but it's an excellent effort by Laporte, and it's an unbelievable save again. Second fingertip save João Virginia's had to make. I thought he was brilliant today, and unfortunately it bounces off the bar, and there's nobody watching Gundogan, and he heads it in quite comfortably. And by that point, I think I think we'd all conceded that it was game over at that point. You know, when Manchester City go 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go in a game, you know, you're pretty, you know, your back's against the wall then, and that sort of forced Everton out. So Carlo Ancelotti had to make a change. He brought Alex Iwobi on. We reverted back to a 5 at the back, and we reverted back to a 4 at the back, and we had to come out then. We had to attack. We had to get at Manchester City, and when you do that, you see not only did they go and score a second a couple of minutes later, but again they had another couple of opportunities within the last 2 minutes. You know, because we were forced to come out, and they just hit us on the counter attack then, and you could see in which way we had, you know, Carlo Ancelotti went for that defensive style for the rest of the game, and like I said, it worked for the majority of it. It just, you know, it wasn't good enough in the end. But look, it's disheartening, it's disappointing, it's frustrating, because when you get to 85 minutes and you're sort of thinking, if we can get a set piece here, or if we can, the ball fall to us on the counter-attack or force them into a mistake, then, you know, if we get a goal ourselves with 5 minutes to go, then we just put everyone behind the ball and we defend it. But unfortunately, it was Manchester City who got that goal with 5 minutes to go, and then it forced Everton out, and you know, the game was pretty much done and dusted by them. But look, I'm not annoyed, I'm not angry, I'm frustrated. I am, because we've lost. I'm upset, I'm disappointed, but I'm not disappointed with the performance. I'm not disappointed with any specific player. I'm not going to sit here and go, he was awful. I'm disappointed at the fact that we've been knocked out of the FA Cup with an opportunity to get to Wembley today. But performance-wise, again, you know, we were very good. I thought we were very, very good. We were disciplined, we were concentrated, and some people might say, yeah, but we lost and that doesn't matter, Cam. But ultimately, look, if we'd have been playing Burnley today, then we could all sit here and go, why are we performing like that? Why are we having to be that defensive against somebody like Burnley? And that's why there was all the criticism last week, and that's why I was sitting here screaming and shouting and fuming. Whereas today, we were playing Manchester City. They're the best team in the country by a mile. It wouldn't surprise me if they went on and won the quadruple. They've won the Prem. They'll win the Carabao Cup comfortably. And they'll probably go on and win the FA Cup as well. And the Champions League, they look decent in. So it's not like we're sitting here talking about an Everton defensive performance against a poor side. We're talking about an Everton performance where we've kept out a side that have only failed to score in one game out of 45 or something like that. We kept them out for 85 minutes. We frustrated them. We defended really well. We got forward and we had the odd half chance, but it just wasn't enough at the end of it. There wasn't enough quality. I think Gylfi Sigurdsson was pinned back defensively too much. We didn't have a player like James to ping those balls to Dom. And in the second half, when Dominic Calvert-Lewin started to get a little bit tired, and Richarlison did, because of all of the running around and the work that they did throughout the game, that's when we started to sort of think, right, you're just going to have to defend now. I know maybe that we get to extra time or penalties and then see what happens. But look, it wasn't to be. I think we're all probably annoyed. I think we're all probably a little bit frustrated at the result. But the performance, again, Manchester City are here and everybody else is here. Never mind Everton, we're probably a little bit below everybody else, but there's a clear difference in quality between Everton and Manchester City. And if you weren't aware of that at the start of the game, go and look at their bench compared to ours. Go and look at the players they could bring on compared to the players that we could bring on. And yeah, look, it is frustrating because it's 3 losses on the bounce now. 2 losses on the bounce, something like that. 3 losses on the bounce is because the Chelsea game. So it's annoying. But ultimately we have to pick ourselves back up and go again. 2 losses on the bounce it is. I think we had the West Brom game after the Chelsea game. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a loss without the FA Cup. And yeah, we've just got to pick ourselves back up and go again after the international break in the Premier League. Big, strong finish to the league. Now, no FA Cup distraction now. Got to go and fight and finish in that European position, because let's be honest, that's all we're playing for now. And if we don't finish in at least the Europa League, then I think we'll see it ultimately as a season where we've progressed in terms of results and maybe league position, but we still didn't take that step up. So European finish now, be it Europa League or who knows, a final push for the Champions League, whatever it may be, is necessity, number one necessity. Now, we worked hard today, we battled, we tried, we were concentrated, we were disciplined, but it just wasn't good enough. And listen, a lot of teams aren't good enough against Manchester City, so there's no anger there, but it is disappointing. But there you go. Look, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Only takes a second. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Big thanks for watching. Disappointing, but again, I think it was a hard work and effort from the Toffees, to be fair. And yeah, what can you do? Big thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon on the Mighty Blues.